Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome back to TV Movie Month here on my channel. Now I have another Disney Channel movie. No, this is not Cheetah Girls. This is one that came out a couple years later, and it's a pretty badass movie. This is a kind of an action, comedy with star Brenda Song, who was a huge Disney Channel star from the 2000s all the way to the early 2010s. She kicked ass. She was great in Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. She was one of the few bright spots of the spinoff, and this is her starring role in her second, no, like her third Disney Channel movie, because she had done Stuck in the Suburbs, and before that, Ultimate Christmas Present. She was a supporting role. This is her lead role in 2006's Wendy Wu, Homecoming Warrior, the kicking edition. Yeah, this has a couple special features and a special episode of Sweet Life of Zack and Cody with Vanessa Hudgens from High School Musical. Basically, this movie, if you took parts of Mulan, except that she's a Disney princess and she doesn't have to dress up as a man. If you took part of Mulan and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, the fight scenes are just like that. It's a wire work and like fluid fight scenes that are done in silence. It's really well done stuff. Like, this is a Disney Channel movie that actually kicks a lot of ass. Basically, Brenda Song wants to become homecoming queen in her school, and she doesn't realize that she's a actual badass warrior. Take that, Last Jedi. See, even this movie can do it better because you have a freaking build up. It's not like Wendy Wu is a SJW. Shin Koyamada, he's the lead guy. He's the lead guy that he's like an evil presence is gonna come after her, like an old ancient warrior from back in the day. uh, Possesses this blonde girl, and she has to fight her at the end with these Asian minion like samurais or what have you, that statues that come to life. Yeah, it's pretty Asian based, culture oriented, and I love that. I actually one of the few people that liked the Great Wall from last year. I recently saw it. I thought it was pretty decent. I'm going to review it in August. I haven't seen Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, but I've heard great things about the first one. The second one kind of came and went. I love martial arts movies with with Jackie Chan and Jet Li and freaking what was it, Bruce Lee, of course, the man himself. I watched Enter the Dragon when I was a kid. I wasn't supposed to, but I watched it. And like I said, Asian culture fascinates me. And this movie was no different. It's about 91 minutes long. There's a really good cast here of Asian actors, and they don't phone it in. They actually it's some there's some subtitles, but it's not for the whole freaking movie. And Shin Koyamada, if you've seen him, he was in The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise, where he's basically a white man in feudal Japan, and he's treated pretty much as you expect. But yeah, this movie's not violent, so your kids can watch it. It's a TV movie from 2006. The last great year Disney Channel had for a long time. After that, you were bombarded with bullshit sequels like Cheetah Girls 2, Cheetah Girls 3, and freaking Johnny Capahala, and shows that were terrible like Cory in the House and Wizards of Waverly Place. I don't know why Disney Channel went downhill the way it did. And yeah, I miss the days like they had movies like this that had action sequences, because Brenda Song can fight. She kicks ass. Her costumes are awesome. This one, and also she's not London here. She actually is really smart, and and they even have a Star Wars reference in this movie because she calls Shin Koyamada Yoda, and this is getting a little too Star Warsy for me. Awesome references to the original film. Case in point. Yeah, I like that. No one is going to reference episode 7 in 10 years. I guarantee you, Nerd Pack, nobody's going to do that. But this movie did, and this movie was 12 years ago. And yeah, the script is tight. It's funny. The cast of characters, that plays her parents. They mention mooncakes, which is something I never even knew about, and I want to try it one day. Shin Koyamada is a really good character because he kicks a lot of ass in the movie, and he doesn't take away from Brenda Song. So it's not SJWs in reverse. They both have equal screen time. They have great chemistry as leads. His accent doesn't bother me because the Japanese accent is pretty badass. If you've seen any animes or like martial arts films, or even like certain recent stuff I liked Ken Watanabe's accent in Godzilla from 2014. I thought let them fight. I'm like, that's awesome. I love that. I wish I could do an accent like that and not make sound racist. Because when you do it right, you get that. When you do it wrong, you get freaking Breakfast at Tiffany's, where a white man, Mickey Rooney, was playing an Asian man. That was racist back then. It's racist now. I respect Asian culture, whether it's Chinese or Japanese or Thai or Taiwanese or Vietnamese. Yeah, I don't know why Kelly Marie Tran got so much shit. She's a beautiful Asian girl that played a shitty character. Not her fault, guys. Not her fault. Not her fault. Remember that. Not her fault. Blame Ryan Johnson. Do not blame her. Just to let you know. But anyway, enough of that. I hate getting that conversation into my film reviews. This movie's pretty awesome. It also has other actors. You got Justin Chan. I think he was in Twilight. He's the Asian guy there. Yes, Susan Chung. It's the old grandmother character that actually is really good actress. Of course, Shin Koyamada. I like that name. That's really cool. Koyamada. It's like badass. You have Michael David Cheng, uh, Andy Fisher Price. Fisher Price. That's cute. Like the toys. Ellen Woglum and Sai Chin as the grandmother. No, so Sai Chin is the grandmother. Susan Chung is the mother that she was in Victorious. She played the lady that owned the Japanese restaurant. She was in Tremors 3, so you've seen her before. Yeah, so Sai Chin is the grandmother. She's pretty cool. I like that. I just love Asian culture. It fascinates me. If people on Facebook think I'm weird for liking Asians, hey, it's not a weird thing when I grew up watching them when I was a kid. I saw Godzilla movies when I was a kid. I saw Enter the Dragon. I watched a lot of anime. Yeah, a lot of anime. Some Dragon Ball Z, freaking Pokemon, and Little Nemo was an anime movie. So yeah, I even saw Ponyo recently as an adult, and yeah, and I've seen what's his face, not Super Raya, what's his name, the guy, what was his name, Miyazaki. I've seen his work as well, like Howl's Moving Castle. These people know they have a vision for film and television, and they know what they're doing. That's why their cinema intrigues me. That's why I love that Mantis was played by an Asian girl because they're beautiful. Look at their faces. Do their faces scream, "Go run for your life"? No, they intrigue me. Lucy Liu, beautiful looking Asian actress. Maggie Q, Kelly Hu, freaking Ming Na Wen, the voice of Mulan. Interests me. It does. And I can read subtitles as long as it's done. Asian movies are worth reading the subtitles for. Wolf Warrior 2, badass freaking movie from China. One of the best movies I've seen from that year. And it had a budget. This movie, yeah, it's a TV budget, but it looks well done. I mean, there's a scene where they fight the lead villain and Shin is about to die, but she's like, no, this is not destiny. And she does something that would make the hobo freaking cream in her freaking sandy colored bullshit robe. She uses her hand and revives them, like in Dragon Ball Z, where they had they had like berries that could make them come back to life. They did it shittily in the freaking what was it, Dragon Ball Evolution, where Kamehameha can bring people back to life. That's not what it did in the anime. But here it's cool. Like it reminds me of that. And like I said, there's no shaky cam. I can see what's going on in the fight scenes. It's well done. The score fits with the world that they're setting up. The beginning of the movie where they show Shin and he's like, I think a monk from back in the day, and it's not subtitled. It's in English, so you can know what's going on. And yeah, this movie is very well done for a PG. I think it's PG. Yeah, for the fight scenes, PG. A Disney Channel movie. It didn't feel like one. There's no bullshit singing in the movie. There's no freaking like girly love story. The thing works here. The romance is subtle. It's not shoved in your face, and it didn't feel like a chick flick. This is a badass lead female that played by an actress who I absolutely adore. Brenda Song. I loved her in Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. She is very, very, amazing to watch. And just she was also in millennials probably know her from The Social Network. She was the Asian girl that was all over Andrew Garfield, who doesn't deserve Asian kisses from anyone because he's a dumbass. But anyway, Wendy Wu, Homecoming Warrior is fun. Good story, good lead character, likable supporting cast, a lot of good fight sequences that actually are well done for a PG movie. You got it has a lighter tone, so it's not super dark. It's not like Wendy's parents get killed off. Like there's a lot of Asian cinema that's dark and really intense for American audiences, but this one is actually a good one, and It respects the culture, just like Black Panther did. Culturally sensitive movies will always be good for me when they treat the freaking culture with respect, dignity, and they represent it well without stupid stereotypes like they have in every other movie. But hey, this movie is well done. If you've never seen Wendy Wu, A Homecoming Warrior, I know I went on tangents. I'm sorry. Just I have a lot of passion. This movie's a good one, and I really respect it for what it did. I love the cast. There are flaws, like the villain is not the most interesting villain. The blonde chick has like a manly voice like this. It's like Power Rangers. It's a little bit weak, but and there's a sequel bait ending, which I don't think was needed because they didn't never did a sequel to this. But it's fine. Be self-contained. I don't want a shitty sequel with some actress that can't act. Or if Kelly Marie Tran did a sequel to this and then they freaking crucify her. I don't want to see that. I'm happy with this movie being on its own. It's good. It's a welcome addition to the Disney Channel family. It's actually better than any Disney Channel movie we got this year. What did we get? Zambos? Yeah, zombies. Didn't care for it. Last year, Descendants 2, not for me. Later this year, we're getting Freaky Friday, another remake to it, even though Disney made it 15 years ago. You're not going to top that. And the original from the 70s, yeah. Just stop with the freaking remakes, Disney Channel. And your also live action movies. I'd rather watch this than your freaking Beauty and the Beast again. I'd rather watch this than Cinderella from 2015 or Tomorrowland or your freaking remake to Maleficent, which is a remake of Sleeping Beauty. I'm tired of seeing the same shit. Do something different. This was different and it kicked ass. And it didn't have agendas behind it. Basically, that's all I can say about Wendy Wu Homecoming Warrior. It kicks ass. It's a fun Disney Channel movie, but doesn't feel like one. It feels like a pretty, lower budgeted Asian film, which is pretty cool with me because I'm like, they know how to shoot a freaking movie. Who directed this? John Lang. Laing. Yeah, see? Eye for detail. Their movies look so freaking beautiful. Whether the movie is good or not, it's subjective, but the way they shoot movies is amazing. Just you get every freaking eye of detail that they film, and it's great, and I love it. And yeah, this movie's one of my favorite Disney Channel movies, easily in my top 10 because it did something different. And it has a great lead actress that knows what she's doing, and you get her build up. She goes from just a regular teenager into a badass warrior, just like Mulan. That's awesome for me. And the fact that she's Asian is just the icing on the cake. And I have a thing for them. What can I say? Sue me. I just love their voluminous dark hair and their squinty eyes and their beautiful accents sometimes, and also when they don't have an accent, they have a very feminine voice. It does things for me, guys. It really does. So this movie's good. Watch it. And if you have kids, it's definitely something safe for them if they can handle fight scenes that are choreographed very well. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next review. It's really hot. I want to go play some Lego Star Wars, and I'll be back on YouTube tomorrow. So see you guys then.